Hello. 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 It is me, I am live. Oh, I see we have a few messages in the chat. Novabeth says, first, Wispy Gold Sophia says, hello. Hi guys. How are y'all doing? How's the mixing? Is the mixing okay? Am I coming through alright? I've added a different music track this time. Yeah, I've added a new music track, so I'm testing that out. We'll see if that's a bit different. No, we didn't say hi to you, we were talking to each other. Okay. Well, you know what? Banned! Get out of my stream! No, just kidding, don't leave, I need the viewers. Finally got off the phone with some freak. Yeah, I wonder who that was. Is the music okay? Is it too loud? Am I coming through okay? Am I loud enough? I hope you can't hear my fridge. It's making loads of noise. Just keeps vibrating, goes. Yeah, that's why I chose it. Yeah, jazz bar, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Just chill, just a vibe, a decent vibe, a friendly vibe, a nice vibe. It's a cool music, Alan, maybe turn it down a notch. Yeah, alright. Give me a sec. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Oops. Turning it down. Is that better? But it could be because I'm not wearing headphones and listening through speakers. Well, either way, I think if it's turned down a smidge, it'll make me more clear for everyone overall, so I think that's fine. Perfect. Good, I'm glad. Good news. Great news. Yesterday, I was up very late and I was adjusting some features of my Twitch streams. So you'll see now if you're, I guess it'll come up. If you, right, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the fucking chat. Yeah, that's definitely better. Now turn your mic down 100%. Haha. Funny. I don't want your patronage if you're just going to bully me. But I fiddled about with my my Twitch settings a little bit. So now one of the biggest changes is that if I get a new follower on stream, live on stream, it should come up as a notification on the stream now. How cool is that? So there'll be a little visual when I get a new follower. I don't know if it works if you're already a follower of my page. But I guess we'll find out. If we get any followers on tonight's stream, it'll be a nice little surprise. If we don't, that's fine as well. I'm not expecting anything too crazy here. Hocus Pocus, but it's the Munch stream. I haven't seen it. I know that it's with free witch bitches. No, that was me. Don't tell them I said that. But the other thing I've done with the Twitch is I've actually uploaded a couple clips on my Twitch page. So these are just highlight clips. I think anyone can do them if they watch the stream. They can, you know, select a few clips from my streams and then like it'll come up on my page. I've just done a couple. So there's a one with Sophia actually, where we're talking about the mask because we watched it last weekend. And I talk a bit about that. I talk about my character Abel and his lack of a last name at the moment. The other highlight is just talking about the mask again. It's something we did a lot in that stream, so it's quite fun, and it's a new thing I'm testing out, so that's on my page. You have to do the epic streamer cliche of clip that chat. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, that is I'm so out of touch with the streaming thing that I didn't even know that was a streamer cliche, but clip that chat, clip me talking about clips, and clip it, alright? Clip it for me now, as your munch leader. I'm gonna stop. Tell Abel I do give a damn. Poggers. Poggers. That's pretty epic. I don't know how, no cap. I don't know either, so hopefully someone who's watching might figure it out. But yeah, the other small thing that I've done is I think now if you're messaging in the chat, if you're adding something to the chat, you should get a little thing come up which will be chat rules. I don't know how you access that ordinarily. I don't know if that's something we can... Sorry. I don't know if that's something we can pull up in the options or whatever, but I've added a couple rules which I think are funny, but I can't remember what they are off the top of my head and I can't find them. So if you're new here, just have a look and you might see it. I also wanted to say, before I ramble on any further, that because I haven't hit recently, but I've got 18 followers, which is, great. Like, I'm super appreciative. Like, thank you all. But also, one of the goals for becoming a Twitch, it's not partner, it's the other one. It's the one below that. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, the next Twitch goal is to have at least 5 people chatting in the chat room, basically. Fartner, Sophia says. Twitch Fartner. Haha, funny. Affiliate, sorry, that's what it is. Twitch affiliate, that's the next stage. So one of the goals is to have at least 5 people talking in the chat at once, which I managed to do. We managed to do that last stream, so I appreciate that. And the other goal is to reach 50 followers, and then I'll become a Twitch affiliate, basically, which is pretty cool. That's a goal to shoot for. It's obviously not something I'm entirely bothered about. Oh shit, look! Oh, there it is! Look, Cabinho followed. Look, we can see it there. It's the little GIF. He came up. I should probably change the text though, because it's white and the background is white, so it kind of blends in. But there you go. There it is. There was the little GIF. That looked class. Thank you. Yeah, right. That looked cool. That was cute. I'm glad we got that on camera. Nova Beth, I missed it. Shit. Well, we're gonna have to just hope that we get another follower in. But I guess now we're at 19 followers, so thank you, Cabinho. Thank you, Andrew, my friend. First time chat from viewer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, indeed. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad we got that on camera anyway. But for now, that was just a placeholder. It just came up with my little GIF of my little baby self that I did for Valentine's Day, of him just floating with his little harp and his wings. So, yeah, thank you, Andrew, for that, because that means we got that on camera for the first time. You're officially the first follower to ever get that notification, so wear that badge with pride, my brother. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking a bit too much. We should probably get started. A little background on this picture that I've been doing. I actually did this a little while ago, like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. No, it was 1 week ago, yeah. It was when I was on my really big drawing high, and I was drawing like every day basically, or every other day, and it was good. But then I kind of lost that steam a little bit, which is fine, because I've been trying to look getting to... I've been looking into getting back in animation again, so hopefully this will be a small detour, and then I can go back to anime. But yeah, we have this picture of Abel, my original character. He's a superhero, and he's got a backpack on, and it's actually the same backpack from this image here, but instead of seeing it from the front, we're seeing it from the back, because I figured as I've been drawing these Abels, these are kind of the vibe or the looks I would like to go for with the show, if it ever became one, or, you know, the pilot or whatever. So, that's Abel in his civilian clothes, you know. Even if it's not final, it's just to get it out of my head, which is cool. Thigh gap goals, says Sophia. Yeah, right? Like, yeah. I wish it worked like that in real life. Because, man, do my thighs chafe sometimes. But anyway, yeah, it's just to get out of my head. It's kind of concept art, but, like, I'm doing it very casually, so it'll just be done when it's done. I'm gonna have a drink. So we're probably gonna go for that color scheme, as in the blue backpack. And Abel will just be his normal colors. But we might play around with that a little bit, so maybe we'll go for like a pink background or like a red background, and then the colors will be more influenced by that. I haven't figured that out yet, but I've already done the line art. Let's have a look at the sketch. Oh, that's the shading. So that was the sketch. I did end up going back to that and editing it so his head was a little bit smaller in the line art because it looked a bit too big. It looks fine there for some reason, maybe a bit big. And then, yeah, it looks a bit better here, and then I've done a bit of shading there too. You really sure about those trainers, Aaron? Haha! Fuck you. Fuck you and your pink trainers, Sophia. But anyway. We're going to be going over, we'll get rid of the welcome because we don't need that anymore. And I'll go through my new method of drawing because I've been using a different brush recently, and because the brush isn't quite as clean as the brush I normally do, it means I have to manually go in and color it. But that's okay, because I've got you guys to keep me company, my good friends, my munch stream brethren, my munch stream friends. Anyway, right, okay. So what I normally do first is I will turn that off, and we will make the line art black, because that's the color we're going to go for. So this is also where I get to kind of get an idea of where the shading is and how much shading there is on his body, and there's not really too much. I didn't really want to overdo it because the backpack and this whole back area like takes up a lot of attention. It's like quite detailed, but we might add more. No, you're not my friend, you're my Overwatch colleague. Back to the grind. Aaron for Winston in Overwatch 2. Look, right, I like monkeys, I like apes, I think they're cool, but Winston is not my main, okay? He's not. He's not. I don't play around when I play Overwatch. I take it seriously. I play as Lucio. Lucio is my boy. And I want everyone to know that. I love playing as Lucio. He's a fun guy. He makes the game feel more fun, and you know, he's a fun character design, and he's a passive healer, so it means I don't have to focus on healing too much. I can try and focus on surviving or shooting, even though I'm not too good at the shooting part. Your favorite is Winston? I knew you were a Winston kind of guy. That's not really what I said. You're a stupid Lucio main. Shut up! I don't even know what main you are. Because you played like too many characters. How about picking one character and then and then that being it, okay? How about just enjoying the game as it's meant to be played? Aaron Munch, the Winston main. No, false. It's fake news. It's not real. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust some of these shadows because it looks a bit like a bit more could be done with them. But yeah, I mean that looks fine. If we want to change anything later, we can. We can add more or less depending on how it goes. I usually end up doing that. Okay, I'm gonna main Lucio. No. You do say how much you love his abilities and how much fun he is. Yes, Lucio is very fun. No one else can choose him when I play, okay? That's just a rule. If someone else chooses Lucio, I freak out. You do be smacking your fists to your chest and going ooh ooh. Look, I do that, but that I do that. But look, right? Listen, fuckos. I don't want to be a character that reminds me of me. I want to be someone else. I want to be someone else. I want to play as someone else. I want to play someone who's not me. Who's talented at music. Okay. Probably shouldn't pick yellow, because yellow for the background. Is yellow. He's already yellow. What's a color I haven't chosen for the background yet? I've got yellow in one of them, purple, green, blue. You also like chucking your poo to I think you are too similar. Yeah, you're right about that. Whatever that sentence was, yep. What color background should I do, guys? I don't want to do blue, green, purple, or yellow. What would go good? Because then I'll base my colors off of that. Or I guess I could just do like the standard colors, which I've already done here, but... Purple. I've already done purple! Have I? Yeah, I have! Yeah, I already did purple. Hang on. Okay. Doesn't stop me. Yeah, no it doesn't. Well, let's have a little experiment. Let's have a look. Lime green. Lime green I already did. I already did it. It's okay, we can play around with it. Oh, no, not that saturated, fucking hell. I guess I could do like that kind of blue, or maybe kind of greeny color. Well, that's like a aqua kind of color, isn't it? Yeah, that could work. The mint. Let's play around with it though. I want to go for a color that's not on Abel himself. No, that's not aqua. Seafoam green. Shut up, you seafoamed idiot. Fuck you. You come on the stream to get bothered by me. And annoyed by me. We do what I say. I think probably this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. This one's like a nice kind of middle ground. It's not too green, it's not too blue. Okay. So we've got a background colored, sort of. And then what we're gonna do for a shortcut is instead of manually coloring everything myself, I'm going to use an opposite color. What's a good opposite color of this blue? This aqua color. Let's go for pink. Ooh, that doesn't look very good. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but we want a color that really contrasts with the blue background or aqua background, whatever it is. It's pretty hard to look at. We don't want it to be red purely because Abel's already going to be red, so how about we go for like a purple? Just for now. This is going to be removed later on. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Then we go back to this one, which was the original background. We'll delete it, and then we'll add the blue back. And voila, he is colored. He's fucking colored. Purple. Yes, Andrew, that is the color I chose in the end. Thank you. Aaron, it isn't blue. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, it's it's aqua slash mint. We'll go with mint. It's a mint color background. Anyway, so because we did that, Abel is now purple, but we will name this layer, which you can't see, base color. Mine is correct. Why is he so aggressive? I'm being serious, it's not blue. Yeah, I know it's not blue. That's not blue. That's like a mint color. You seafoam fool. Yeah, and it might unfollow this guy. Fuck you guys. Stop winding me up. Anyway, so because of the way we have colored it, it means that the purple isn't going to be exact. So you can kind of see there that it does kind of go outside the lines a bit, which from far away you can't really notice, and it's usually fine, but I usually like to go back and refine it. So that's what we will do now. We will go back and we'll make the lines layer a bit. There we go. So we can see the line itself, and we can see how much it goes over. So I had to do this for every single drawing that I've done recently, and it's definitely not fun or ideal, but I think when I've got music on I can kind of get into a groove, but because I'm doing these live I kind of can't have music on. I can't hear the music that's on the stream, sadly. Ooh. Can't even color inside the line. Some artist you are. Fuck you. It's a shortcut, alright? It's a little shortcut. It's an artistic shortcut. You gotta know when to take these shortcuts when you're an artist, you see. Especially when you're an animator. But yeah, sorry the pose isn't too exhilarating or interesting. It's just to help get an idea of Abel from different angles, so like I can think about it in my head and I can, you know, assume what it looks like, and then when it comes to drawing it might end up totally different. So it's quite fun to do these little exercises to test it, because if you draw the character the same way over and over, you're not really going to branch out too much. And other people also need to know, if you've got working with a team, what angles, what these characters look like at different angles like this. Because his hair just does not make sense, and I'll put my hands up and say that. But he's also a cartoon character, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, I might take my follower back, not impressed by his Winston Manning ways. Thanks, man. Thanks, Andrew. You're a good friend. One thing that I didn't really get that I might have to look into is why in the chat on the stream, like on OBS itself, there's only two colors, it seems, for the chat, like red and pink. I don't know why it does that. I might have to fiddle around with that. In the actual stream, it's different colors. Everyone's got a different color. Scandal, Aaron Munch, memes, and wounds Winston. No, I would never do that. I don't hate him. I just don't play as him. I don't know how. I don't play as the tanks. I'm not very good at them. Beth will be able to back me up there. I'm not very good as the tanks. I'm not very good in general at Overwatch, but I am good at Lucio, I think. Or I can get by as him. I'm not brilliant. It's me, I've hacked your chat. Why would you do that? Why would you make it pink and red? Yeah, this is far from the most interesting aspect of this style of drawing, but it does get a little bit better later on when we actually get to choose the colour scheme. I might not even choose a crazy colour scheme, I might just go with Abel's basic colours that I used in the last picture, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's a nice safety net to fall back on, in case I can't be bothered. You don't try to play anything else. I have! I played Overwatch years ago when it was really popular, and that's when I played quite a few characters, mostly because I was playing in player versus AI, which is considered easier. And then when we've been playing again recently, I haven't been playing too much as other characters, but there was a period where I was trying a few people out, and I'll play DPS once in a while, once in a blue moon. DPS is in like the regular shooters, the aggressive shooters for those who don't play Overwatch, which I'm assuming is quite a lot of people at this point, because it's kind of, it's still got its popularity with the community, I guess, but I don't think it's quite as mainstream as it was. But that goes for like a lot of those kinds of games, live service games, which I don't really play, to be quite honest. This is a very brainless activity. But recently, I think last stream I mentioned I was playing Pokemon. And then I got kind of distracted with another game, which I've been playing recently, so I will go back to Pokemon because I haven't finished it yet. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I do want to go back to it because I actually found it really easy to jump back into, like after, I get acquainted with everything again, because I think prior to recently, I hadn't touched the game since like November 2019 or something when it came out, and I didn't want to delete my file and start again because I actually had a shiny on this one and I couldn't be bothered to transfer it and then send it back over, so I just kept going. But recently, the point I bring this up is because I've been playing Batman Arkham Origins again. That's pretty much taken over my life recently. And it's been really fun to jump back into. It's the Arkham game that I've played the least, but it's a fun time. It's good. It's enjoyable, I can't really say at the moment where it ranks in my favorites because it is just more of Arkham City, and they don't really change too much. I think. But it's a solid enough game. I think it's pretty good. I think it's, it's an Arkham game, so it's bound to be good. But because it was developed by, I think, WB Montreal, Warner Brothers Montreal, it just meant that they could play it a bit safer, whereas Rocksteady tend to go for, when they make a new one, they add a lot more stuff, a lot more gameplay elements. And admittedly, upon replaying it, and I think I've only beaten it twice since I've owned it. I beat it when it first came out in 2013, and then I played it again in 2016, I think. It was just after I finished my first year of uni, and I needed a proper, good, meaty game to jump back into, so I played that. I did all the Riddler trophies, or I don't think they're called that. I think they're called Enigma data packs in that game. And then I think I just stopped and I didn't play any of the DLC. After beating the story, I think and got the Riddler stuff, I was pretty much done. So I decided to come back to it because it's the one I've played the least. And yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. It is quite safe, but I also am quite happy that it is the way it is because it just means it's an enjoyable time. They didn't add too much, and a lot of it is just city, again, Arkham City, but I enjoy it. I think the story's quite good. The only thing that I didn't really like about it is the fact that in the advertisements for the game, they hyped up the the villains of the game, which was meant to be like a bunch of assassins who were meant to be after Batman, and you take most of them out in side missions, and the main villain, as it turns out, spoilers for a 9-year-old game, it turns out it's just the Joker again, and it's just whatever, because at that point the Joker was the villain of every game up until that point, and then later on it turns out he was the main kind of villain, aside from maybe Scarecrow, for Arkham Knight, as in he's in the main story. And I wasn't too thrilled about that. I'm kind of sick of the Joker anyway these days. Like, you know, he's in so much stuff, and he's always the main focus, and I want them to give the other villains a chance at being the main, you know, the top guy. Because I enjoy the Joker as much as the next guy, especially Mark Hamill's Joker. My God, I love him. But I don't know. I'm a bit sick of him. I want to see, like, in the live-action movies, I want to see, like, Clayface or Mad Hatter or another attempt at Scarecrow, because he has a lot of potential. Who else? Killer Croc. I would love to see Killer Croc. Mad Hatter would be interesting with how they would do that. I'd like to see, like, I can't remember what the actual villain's called. I think he's just called the Ventriloquist, and Scarface, which is the puppet's name. He's really interesting. He's cool. It's like you need the villains with Batman, I think, that are the right amount of goofy and interesting, without being too much of a joke. And that's kind of why, like, I liked the new movie a lot. I liked how, even though it had a few of the villains in there, it was still focused on the Riddler, and because he hasn't been in a movie for a while, it was quite refreshing, and it was quite a refreshing take on him, which I really liked. But I think that's also why I partially came back to the Arkham Origins game, because the new movie reminded me a lot of that, because it's meant to be Batman's first year or two in crime fighting, which is cool. I'm sorry if you're not into Batman and I'm just dribbling on, but, like, I love this shit. I could talk about this shit forever. Like, Arkham City is one of my favorite games of all time. Along with Asylum. Asylum's, like, it's hard, it's a toss-up, because mechanically Arkham City is superior. But I really love the atmosphere of Asylum, in that it feels more, at points, like a horror game. And I really like that. And I like the confined space. The story is simple but brilliant. The writing is amazing. The voice acting is really good. The cinematics are great. The Riddler shit was manageable without being annoying or too annoying. And I've got, like, a lot of memories with that game too, because it was probably one of the first games outside of, like, a Sega, like, you know, a Sonic game or, like, a Nintendo game, where I fully got immersed in a video game like that. That wasn't just something I was, you know, already primarily familiar with as a video game, because Batman's, you know, a comics character who's became multi-platform, basically, in that way. Like, he can, you know, you can make movies of Batman, TV shows, games, books, toys, etc. And I think it was the first, like, story-centric game where I actually, like, completed it on my own, or finished it on my own, because I didn't really used to beat games when I was a kid. I used to get, like, too sidetracked. But I think that was the point where I started to beat games consistently. I don't know if it was just laziness or a lousy attention span, but I never used to beat games. Or if I did when I was way younger, I used to ask my dad to do it for me. But yeah, I really like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. Arkham Knight's okay. It's good, it's still good, it's still technically, you know, a quality experience, but the story and the writing I didn't really love, without spoiling it. And Batmobile was cool. It was a cool feature that they added, but it was a bit too much. Sometimes I have to ask Andrew for help with levels. Which game? Sorry. Was it one of the Arkham games? Nah, I haven't got back to that yet. Toad Treasure Tracker. The classic Batman Arkham game. Yeah, sadly, I can't really do that. I can't really ask Andrew to beat a game for me, because to me that would be admitting defeat, and I can't do that. Like, I have to beat it myself, I have to learn. But that's also why I don't tend to go for hard games. Pardon me. I don't usually go for hard games. And I know that's not a hard game, but like, you know, everyone's at different player levels. And you're really good at that one fruit game that's on the Switch. I can't remember what it's called though. You'll be able to name it, but I can't remember. It's okay, buddy, I'll help you to complete it. Well, thanks, Andrew, but I don't want to admit defeat. I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to go groveling to help from you, okay? Just accept that. Ultra Food Mess. Yeah, that's it. That's a fun game. I've actually got that downloaded. I bought it for like... I didn't buy it on the sale. I bought it for like £2.50 or something, which is still fucking really cheap. Like, come on, that's really good. But I haven't actually played it. Purely because I haven't really had... Well, I had you guys over last week, but we didn't play that. But there's not really been an opportunity for me to hunker down and play it. Okay, so we got that sorted now. We've went back and refined it. I don't know if it was just the pose, the blocky kind of pose, but that was done fairly quickly. Usually it takes me a lot longer. Or maybe I'm being quicker with it because I'm talking at the same time. I don't know. But anyway, this is the point where we get to choose the colors. So, what I normally like to do now is take influence from the background. Normally with my colors, I would choose the colors of the character first, and then if I wanted to, I would add color to the background later and figure that out so that it's not too eye-catching. But lately, I've been sort of experimenting with color influence from the background, so I didn't really do it with this one because I wanted it to be more standard, I guess. Like, this is what the colors would normally be, and you know, that's how it would normally look under normal circumstances, normal daylight, I guess, normal light. But in my other pictures that I've done recently, my other drawings, I've usually been influenced by the background color, which has been really fun to experiment with to try and get the most appealing color out of that. But the mint color is probably, or seafoam color, whatever you want to say it is a bit harder to make appealing because it's not quite green, but it's not quite blue either. So we'll see how we get on. If I don't end up liking it, then we'll just go back and change it, which is absolutely fine. So I'm gonna save that. And we'll just start picking colours, I guess. It does make it a bit more difficult. Now that's green. It's quite hard because it's at the other end of the spectrum for skin colour, so it's quite difficult to choose. Tell you what, I think we will just use this reference for now, and then we can go back and change it if need be, and push it a little bit further. We can alter the colours. Oh shit, I almost forgot. I'll turn the line art back up, there we go. And we will then go ahead and colour this baby. Yeah, I think this is probably a way better idea, just so that at the very least we can experiment a little bit later once we've got the basic colour scheme down, so that is totally fine. I'm going to keep going back to that one just to get the colours right. red. There's not really too much red on this one, bar his shoes, purely because from the back you can't really see it. And his cape is underneath the backpack. So... yellow. I really do love this yellow though. This is like my favorite kind of yellow. It's like not orange, but it's very close. It's got like a tinge of it. Let's go for white. Is this the same color as the eyes? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Oh god, someone beat the car over there. Hope you guys didn't hear that. No. Sleeves are black. Oh, I almost forgot his mask there. Go. Purple. But hey, yeah, we've had a fairly consistent 4 viewers this time, which is pretty great. Thank you guys for sticking with me for the past 45 minutes. How are we all doing anyway? I know I've already spoken to a few of you guys today, but why not tell the chat? Why not tell everyone else how you're doing? It'd be fun. Okay. Sort of choosing the backpack color, we can sort of extend it a little bit because for this, I didn't choose too many different colors for the backpack purely because, you know, I was trying to make sure that it was viewable and understandable for what it was. So we can experiment with that a little bit. Cleo's in her pineapple. Oh. Well, for the viewers who don't know, Cleo is your cat. Beautiful baby cat. Bless her, is she okay? Is she doing okay? It's funny, I bring up the 4 viewers thing, and immediately we're on 3 now. That's typical. We're gonna go for a darker color here, I think. Letting your days go by and the one. She's really good. She just loves being cozy. She had quite a busy day. Same as it ever was. I've not really done too much today. I've just been kind of playing around with Twitch stuff for the last day or so, for the last like 24 hours. I've just been playing with it. It's been quite fun to experiment with. I was going to play more Batman today, but I figured I really needed a break from it because of, I just, like, basically it would be like I'd wake up and then I'd just immediately load it up, like as I was eating breakfast, which isn't too good. That's a bit addictive. I've got to leave the chat to let my phone charge. I should be back before the end of the stream. Well, let's bloody well hope so. It'll be on your neck, Cobb. Andrew. Cabinho. Nah, just kidding. Thanks for joining, though. It was nice having you for a change. You know, you haven't been on the last few streams, so appreciate it. Thank you, though. Thank you for your time. Catch you later, bro. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that a lighter blue. Okay. Oh shit! I almost forgot about the zips. Andrew says he's gonna give you a Will Smith when he sees you. Oh, great. I can't wait. I don't know enough Will Smith movies to really make a joke other than, yeah, he's gonna slap me. But, like, yeah, like, I guess, yeah. Or he's going to do the thing he does in Men in Black. I do like that movie. That's a good movie. Okay, so we've got the basic colors down. These are fine. We can play with these later on if we want to change them. But you'll see that there are quite a lot of areas that look like this, where it hasn't been colored properly. And we can add the fill tool again and again, but it's not really going to do anything. So usually at this point, I like to go back and color it manually, basically. So we'll just do this. There probably is like a way easier way of doing it, but I just haven't figured it out. And this is, even though it is a bit time consuming, it's quite relaxing too. So we're just going to color this entire bit, even part of the mask, not entirely all of it, and then we'll clear that up in a bit. But for now, we're just going to focus on the hair. I like to take a minute, just sit and hunch. I'll tell you about the time I got banned from Stream Munch. Wow, that was pretty clever. Well done you. I'm actually impressed. Sophia came up with something on the fly. Wow. Good job, dude. I'm being sarcastic. I'm proud. Okay, so we got all the hair done. It does leak into the skin, but we can fix that. But first, we will do the skin. We'll do it here. I didn't really watch The Fresh Prince, to be quite honest. I wanted to, but I couldn't figure out what channel it was on when I was younger. And then by the time I did realize what channel it was on, I kind of didn't really care anymore. I kind of don't really care about Will Smith as an actor anyway. He's just whatever. But it's quite funny, like, that was the only reason I pay attention to the Oscars. I think it's the only reason anyone kind of did this year. It's just boring. It's crap anyway. Like, the line about the animation thing, like, animations for kids it's for something for kids to watch and for adults to tolerate is something that I just, like, it doesn't surprise me that the Academy would say something like that. It's just fucking that classic idea that animation is just for kids, which thankfully, you know, I've got like a really great group of friends who don't agree with that, and they're all nerds like me in that way, and that they tend to like animation and respect it as a medium and not as a genre. Which I know is kind of memed on, but it's, you know, it's true. It's definitely true. It's like even a few people I know that, you know, aren't like necessarily friends or family, but just people I know kind of look down on animation in that way, and it's like, well, there's way more like endless possibilities with animation than there is live action. Question mark, not all of us. Are you implying something, Sophia? Because you're implying it to the wrong fucking person. Nah, but it's just, I mean, these days, like, yeah, you can make anything with CGI integrated with live action, but again, what is CGI but 3D animation? And I don't really think that gets enough appreciation either. Like, CGI, I think it gets quite a bad rep because of the way it's used. Because the thing is, I'm a big sucker. I absolutely adore films like Jurassic Park, which have like... Jurassic Park's one of my favourite films anyway, but part of that is because of the special effects and how much care and love was put into making those, you know, dinosaurs feel more alive. And the fact that there was actual props there was actual stuff for people to work off of, like the bit in the T-Rex attack at the not the beginning, but like maybe halfway through the movie, and it's attacking the kids, and its head busts through the fucking ceiling of the car, the roof of the car, and that was real. Like, the kids who were screaming there were actually reacting to that, because that wasn't meant to happen. But it sells the performance a lot more when you've actually got people looking at something and interacting with something, rather than having a green screen, like, or a ball on a stick and stuff. And that does have its place to a degree. There are points where CGI is 100% needed and something can't be done quite as practically, but it's just the way you use it, really. Because I know a lot of David Fincher movies. I haven't seen too many, or actually I haven't seen any, I don't think, but he uses CGI quite well in that he uses it for only things that are kind of impossible to, or not exactly ideal to do. Yeah, props and practical effects are so impressive, but I think it's because they get away with paying less for CGI. Well, see, that's the thing. I think CGI is actually more costly than practical effects. I think that's just the thing most people think of, like, because, you have to go on set and, like, figure out how to, like, make a raptor's head move without seeing the wires and stuff. But we have CGI today where we can actually edit out the wires. It's stuff like that. But to follow up on that, I think CGI is more expensive because, you don't think about how, like, much time it takes to, like, maybe to model all of those, like, to model the creatures and, pay all the animators and stuff. It's just CGI is way easier to access these days, and when you're building a prop, you have to think about how it will work on the screen, whereas with CGI you can just drop it in there and you can edit it later on. And I think that's what most movies are interested in nowadays, is fixing stuff later on, so that if something doesn't look good or it's something they don't agree with, they can just fix it later on. Whereas filmmakers back in the 90s, early 90s, they didn't really have that option. So you can pay the actual modelers and animators less. Yeah, like, that is true, but I would have thought, they would have been paid about the same amount as, like, special effects, like practical effects people. I just think it's more time saving for not for everyone, but, like, for the company and for the studio or whatever. Like, hey, why make a raptor head when we could just make it CGI and change things about it later on? Like, if we don't like the color of its eye, we can just go back and CGI that. But that's the beautiful thing about CGI, is that you could do that. You could fix a raptor's head, fix its eye, just in post. But, something very minuscule like that, I know, is not a very good example, but, there's, like, there's a good example with Spider-Man Far From Home. There's a bit where Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury has a gun, and on the behind the scenes, of course, there's a green screen, but the gun itself is not actually modeled. Like, it's just a triangle. Not triangle. It's just a rectangle. It's just a cube that, like, Samuel L. Jackson can hold. And it's got all these, like, dots on it, just so they can fix it later on in post. And it's just shit. It's like, how could you not just model a gun? Like, why did that need to be fixed later on? Why can't you just know what you want to begin with? It's a fucking gun prop that was going to be used for, like, that one scene and maybe one later on. I can't remember, but it isn't well unionized. CGI 100% has its place. I'm not saying it doesn't. I just think a big part of the reason why they moved so far into CGI is money and speed. I think it's in particular speed. Like, they can go back and change stuff. But I wasn't accusing you of, disagreeing or anything like that. It's like, it does have its place. It's an important tool, but it's just, I think people, when they say that they're sick of CGI, they're just sick of needless CGI, which is perfectly fine, because I agree to an extent. It's why people claim like Marvel movies are, well, I mean to a degree they are, but like they're a lot easier to pump out compared to, you know, compared to the past blockbusters. Pardon me. But I couldn't tell you exactly how much the costs are because, well, I'm not really in that industry, but if I could just, you know, take a wild guess, it's just more like CGI is just easier to fix and post, like you can change your mind about things, whereas with a prop you need to settle down on its design fairly early on to get it built, to then get it to work properly. But that makes me respect it like a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but you know, like it's just amazing. I love it when you can see something on screen and it looks tangible. It looks like you can feel it. It looks like you could, you know, in some cases pick it up or jump on its back, you know, that sort of thing. It's got a lot more charm to me as well. It feels a lot more homemade in a way, if that makes sense. Like, the thing is, Godzilla might look fake. It might look like a guy in a suit, but it's gonna look fake anyway because your eye is trained to tell what's real life and what's not. Like, you can tell what's a real, you know, piece of, like, what's a real creature and what's not. Like, so why not just make it more real and tangible, if that makes sense? On Winston's back?
Yes, on Winston's back. I would love to ride Winston's back. Not to play as him, but I would love to ride on his back.
I'm sorry if I just went on a tangent there, but I love this shit so much. I love practical stuff. I think it's great. That's why I really like, you know, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. Well, it's one of the reasons why, not just the only reason. I love those movies because they're good movies, but I also like that when they don't have to use CGI, they try and get away with it, you know, being more real, more like stunt-driven. And I will say as well, the CGI on Spidey himself in Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 is really good. Especially in, like, with the second one, I really like how they make a suit a bit baggier. Here we go, I'm going to talk about Spider-Man till the end of time now. But in the second movie, they make a suit a little bit baggier. So when he's moving and the wind's hitting it, it animates and that it like moves back and forth like a real piece of cloth would, which sells the movement a lot more. And I think with the new Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland ones, his suit is way, way too tight for it to be real, for it to look real, if that makes sense. Like, it's unbelievably tight. He looks out of place, and it's annoying because the suit looks great in the behind-the-scenes photos, and then they just go over it with needless CGI for like no reason. It's like, I don't understand why you would go back and add CGI if you've already filmed it. Like, yeah, for reference it's good, but like also just fucking use the footage. Like, the suit looks great. But I didn't really like the Iron Spider suit for partially that reason. Apparently it was too technical to bring to life. I don't know, like, you could definitely... I've seen some cosplayers who do like a really good job of making stuff look metallic. You could definitely do that. Like, legs coming out of the back, sure, make that CGI, I get it that, but it's like, come on. Just, there's no point. But again, these movies are kind of pushed out really quickly, so it's kind of the point. But I don't know. There is a lot of artistry to CGI, and CGI has obviously gotten way better over the last few years. It's just overused in parts where it doesn't need to be. And also, I'm going to preface that by saying everything that I've spoken about tonight, I have a very, very, very basic knowledge of 3D, so like, I can barely do it. I did it on my uni course for a period, but then as soon as I didn't have to do it anymore, I just dropped it really, really hard, really quickly, because I didn't really enjoy doing it. Although there definitely is perks doing it in that it's a lot quicker to do than 2D animation, but I'll just stick with 2D for now. I would like to learn 3D one day on my own terms with, like, you know, I would love to do low poly 3D because I really like that. I really like that kind of late 90s style. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm getting a bit confused here because I can't understand what is the pants and what is not. And what is the shirt and what is this cape. I should do. It's also why I really like Chucky as well. I like how Chucky's a prop and that, you know, he is just a prop. That's like all he is. And the voice as well, like Brad Dourif is a fantastic actor, but I just love the fact that Chucky's a prop. Like, that's really interesting to me, and that's something they haven't stopped doing for years, except for maybe the new one. I think they use CGI a bit more. Which has very mixed results in my opinion, but it's a conversation for another time. I did enjoy the Chucky remake, though. I thought it was fun. And Mark Hamill, again, is great in it. You know, I've lost all my train of thought now, except for anything that's like talking about practical effects in movies. That's just taken over my mind for the past however long. Okay. Making decent progress here. I'm aware I've streamed a bit later compared to what I normally do. But that was mostly because who cares? It's fun. And I wanted to do one today, but I got distracted. But I'm hoping I can do streams a bit more often these days. Originally, earlier last month, I think, well, it was actually a month ago, like today or like around now, I picked streaming up again after not doing it since December, and I don't really want to leave it that long again. I'd like to try and do it more consistently and try and build an audience and, you know, do all that stuff, because I do enjoy streaming. It would be really cool to do it a lot more often, but I'm hoping like at some point I could do video games as well as art stuff, and just so it's not too repetitive, I guess. Let's do this zipper here. Might as well do it now because it's going to be an arse to come back to. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay. So because we've already done the cape, it means that we've got to be a bit more careful with the blue of the backpack, because that's the way it's going to be now. And the reason I kind of go over it like I have with the pants here is just to make sure that there's no purple or none of that other purple that we don't want coming through, seeping through. So this is a way to kind of clean up. But yeah, I think with Arkham Origins, I think I'm going to try and complete it like 100% as much as I can, and do the DLC, because I never did the DLC. I've owned it for years since it came out, Cold Heart, but I just never got around to it. I'm not really sure why. I don't even know why I didn't do it last time I played the game. But this time I'll do it for sure. And I want to try and do all the challenge maps and just play it 100%. Because normally when I play the Arkham games, I usually play them to 100%, or about as much as I can 100%. There's still like challenge maps that I sometimes don't always do, because some of them are fucking ridiculously hard. But I don't know how I feel about the new Suicide Squad game that Rocksteady's doing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I know it got delayed recently until 2023, which is fine. Like, I wasn't dying for it or anything, but it's just interesting that, like, it's set in the same universe as Arkham, apparently, and they've got, like, Superman and the Flash coming into it, and they're mind-controlled, and I don't really know how I feel about that, because I know that there was a few references to the other DC heroes in Arkham Knight, but I don't know, just kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really like that you have to, you know, the main mission, the main title of the game is kill the Justice League. I think that's kind of stupid. I would have liked it more as its own kind of, its own thing. But it also makes you kind of wonder, like, what would a Justice League game be like? Which could be interesting, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. It could be a total mess, considering that's like at least 7 characters that you've got to deal with and, you know, make sure are playable as, you know, fun to play as possible, without maybe even Batman. Like, I don't even know if Batman would be in it, considering the ending of Arkham Knight. But it's Rocksteady and they, like, pull off loads of great stuff. So, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's also an online game, which could go either way for me as well. I don't usually play online games, bar from Overwatch. And I'll play, like, Splatoon and stuff, but I haven't played Splatoon for ages.
I love Batman, he is very funny. Yes, Batman is very funny, he is epic. I like the way he is a bat and also a man, yes. Very good, very good.
Okay, what time are we on? 1 hour and 9. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream tonight. Might do it a bit longer than usual, I'm not sure. We'll just see how it goes. At the minute I'm feeling okay. I feel like I can do a bit longer at least. But yeah, we'll see how far we get on with this drawing. I mean, we've done pretty good so far. We've cleaned up a lot. Cleaned up most of the backpack. I need to clean up that arm. And the pants and then the shoes. So I think we're making good time. It's actually going a lot quicker. I don't know if it's just because I'm talking at the same time, but like, this is going a lot quicker than normal. But I really do like this way of doing it, even though it does take a bit longer. It's just more, I don't know, it feels more like personal because I'm actually having to go back and color things myself rather than use the fill tool. I don't know, that could just be me. But I really like this brush as well. I think this brush is fun. Okay, the arm is done. So I guess we're going to move on to the pants. Oh. But what are y'all playing if you guys want to tell me what you're playing at the minute, if you are? I always like to have at least one game that I'm playing at usually any given moment, as in like, I like to have a game to kind of go back to and chill out to, because I think I play games more than I actually watch movies, which is kind of weird and surprising, but I like to feel productive when I'm doing stuff. And movies, I need to be in a certain mindset for it. I'm going through Yakuza 2 right now. I bet Andrew got you into that, right? I haven't played Yakuza at all. Everything I know is just like, oh wait, no, other way around. I don't know about that. I mean, come on, Andrew's a big fan of them. I think you just copied him. I've got to unfollow this dude. Oh, please don't. I need the attention. Beth says Overwatch. That's not a surprise. That's not news. We all know that. I thought you were playing Dota 2. Another game I've not played. I just know that with the Yakuza, I think it's Sega as well, and I think it's the same guy who made Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball. No, shut up, you are surprised. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Not really. Well, this week it's meant to be the anniversary. Is it the anniversary? Loot boxes? Or archive? I think it's the archive. Yeah, it's the archive. I haven't followed him at least 12 times this stream. Well, if you have, and then followed me back, then why doesn't it come up as a notification? Checkmate. You got owned, dude. You got fucking owned. By me, no less. By the Aaron Munch. Oh. You know what? After this, I think I'm gonna have myself some food because I actually realized I haven't had my tea properly today. My dinner. I haven't had proper dinner. I had Weetabix for breakfast, banana as well, and then I had a packet of crisps for lunch. I haven't really eaten anything proper yet, so I should probably get on that when the stream ends. Oops. As if you're blanking my Shrek message, Aaron. I wanted to play with Andrew's banana this morning. Right, no, I can't check it because I'm streaming at the moment, Sophia. Unless you put it in the chat for everyone to see, I can't really respond. I tend to ignore my phone when I'm streaming. So, how about you put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay? No, it's not. Wait, what? Where? I didn't see that. Hang on. Shrek. He can't do more than one thing at a time, or he soils himself. Yep, that's true. Who would you main in an Overwatch game? I'd main Gingy. Probably Puss in Boots, I think. Who has a new movie coming out. Did you know they've confirmed Sonic 3? See, I know you're joking, and I know you're trying to be a pain in the arse with Idris Elba as Knuckles. Listen, I know you're trying to piss me off, but like that is a good conversation topic which we can talk about. Sonic movie came out 2 days ago, and I really want to see it, but I can't see it until next week. And yeah, they have actually confirmed a sequel. And a TV show with Idris Elba's Knuckles. I haven't really heard any reviews or read too much online. I try to stay away from it if I can. But I've heard, I think if you're like a Sonic fan, it's probably very good. And then as a normal person, you'll probably enjoy it too, which is good. It's just really cool to me that like Sonic's got something that's so in the mainstream again, because it's been a while. Alan, I am making epic graphics for my Twitch profile. Oh, good, sweet. Oh, you'll have to send me what you've done so far. That's sweet. I'm glad. Inspired by moi, I see. Who wouldn't be? I am the great and powerful. I'm going to start calling my vagina my twatch. Okay, Sophia. Well, you know what? Banned. We don't like that kind of negative behavior on the Munch stream. We're all about positive energy here. We don't like evil words. We don't like evil sayings. We don't like evil bitches such as yourself, so why don't you just get away? Well, you said you had this on in the background, actually. What are you doing in the meantime? I totally don't mind, though. I like being in the background. I like being soothing. What can I say? I like helping people calm down. That's me. Sad twatch. Fuck you. Get out of here. I'm honestly just watching this right now. Cleo's cuddling her pops. Oh. I mean, I guess, like, it is somewhat satisfying, like, to watch, because I'm, you know, amending everything and making it all clean and look nice. So I guess in that sense, I can kind of get it. Like, watching it might be fun. I fucking hope so. Yeah. What's Andrew doing? Is he playing his game? Yeah, there we go. I think we're done pretty much there. Let's quickly turn off the lineup. Yeah, that's done. Sweet. And it doesn't look too messy either. I mean, not unless you look closely at it, but... Nah, he's doing fuck all. He didn't even have a reason to leave the chat originally. That's Andrew for you. Okay, sweet. So, that's what we've got so far. Looking good. What I'm going to do, I think, is quickly take a quick break, just because I really need the toilet. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. I'm going to also refill my drink up, so I shouldn't be too long, but I'll be right back. I won't be too long. I'll be very quick. I'll have a quick pee, get a nice drink. Everyone, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a cup of orange juice, grab your celery stick, and chow down. But yeah, I'm going to be right back really quickly. See you in a bit. Oh, okay, I'm back. Oh, sorry about the wait there. I just really had to pee, and I really needed a refill. I do have some water here, but water doesn't really hydrate me the same way like anything else with flavor does. Also, I realized I left my mic on when I was gone, so if you heard me in my chair, I apologize. Okay, that one was on purpose. If you could hear me shuffling around. Okay. Right, what are we going to do next? We can edit the shading, or we can play around with colors. I think we should probably play around with the colors first before we decide to excuse me, before we decide to do the shading properly and color that properly. So actually, hang on just one sec. What I'm going to do is actually color the shading in black so it just sticks out a bit more. See, because now it kind of looks a bit more like a comic kind of drawing, I guess. I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so like the shading is quite harsh now, and it sticks out a bit more, but even though I think that looks good, I like it, I'm gonna keep going and change that a bit. But first we're going to change the color scheme. Excuse me. Okay, let's play around a little bit. Since it's more of a blue. Let's get blue. Oh god. Okay. Not looking too great. Not looking too great at the minute. That's more of an extreme than anything. To be fair, it's quite an unlikely color scheme, I think, to have. I do like that one though. That one looks cool. But I don't think we're gonna go for it. The other thing that I like to do is if a background color choice is a bit too much or doesn't really work, is see if I can maybe get the contrast color up more. So instead of blue, we could maybe try. Well, I guess that red did work earlier. That kind of red. It's a lot more extreme, but it does work. Although I do really wish that the yellow wasn't so saturated, but that's always something we can fix. So even that looks kind of neat in a stylistic way, but maybe not the style we're going for. Because really, I mean, it's more of a reference piece, this picture. It's not so much a feeling that I'm trying to get across. So even though those other colors are good and they would be fun to do, I think it might just be better off if we just stick to these standard colors, because it's a good frame of reference for if anyone wanted to draw his backpack or his color scheme, basically. So I think we're going to be a bit boring here. We're just going to stick with these colors. So with that, let's turn back. See, we've still got the base color here. We've still got this one on top. We'll go back and we will edit the shading so the shading suits him a bit more. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do the line art first. So, turn off shading. So what I normally like to do is copy and paste the line art layer, purely because if we fuck up, then we can always go back to it. But also, it means that if I wanted to be just a black outline, might be better. It's a decent option. So just name the layer there, which you can't see. and we'll just go forward from there basically. I've turned off the other layer which had the line art on, and we can just fuck about with this until we like it. So why don't we begin, I guess. Recently what I've been doing, and it's with this one in particular, is coloring the line art here that's inside of the outline, but then if it's on the skin, for example, keeping it black, just so then it kind of sticks out a lot more. I have experimented with this recently as well, so I've experimented with it, you know, the line art being all brown around the hair, and then maybe the hoodie is purple all around, but it depends for the kind of style that you want to go for. You can go for anything, as long as it looks consistent, I think, and it works. So because of that, we've chosen the brown for his hair, so we'll just stick with this. There isn't too much line art on the inside, so this one shouldn't take too long. And we've just used the same color that we did for earlier as well. So get this little smudge. Have a look if there's anything else. Nope, doesn't look like it. So let's keep going. And what's the next color? I was gonna say red, but it's probably the skin, but we could probably do red first. Nah, fuck it. Do the skin. Do the skin first. Because there's a bit more of it, not too much. It's just so everything looks a bit more cohesive and nothing interrupts the design too much, and the outline is still the focus, or a main focus. Right, back to red now. Let's take it from this little lump. Save. It's been a while since I've saved. Okay. So I like to normally color the mask. That's usually the one exception. Don't know why. I think it's because it doesn't clutter up his face so much. Like, you'll see here I did the nose and the mask, but it's just a way to declutter the face and make it a bit more obvious as to what he's wearing. Let's color this bit black. Right. So I think we'll do the gloves next. Oh shoot. Oh no, that's okay. I was wondering if I did any back pockets there that I would have to sort out, but I didn't, so that's alright. Go back over here, grab that, and then we're going to do the gloves and any yellow bits. I think I'm going to make this consistent with the other pictures where it's just coloured lines in the inside of the drawing. I just think that would be more cohesive and fits along with the other kind of concept art that I've done, is in this one. Oop. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep that. Keep doing that kind of style for now. Could always go back and change it later on, but... That's the thing with streaming art, is you feel a lot more pressured to make these kinds of decisions like fairly quickly, because normally when I'm not streaming and I'm just doing this off my own interest, I can spend as much time as I want, but because I'm streaming, I'm always worried that I'm spending too much time doing stuff, which then kind of what's the word? It just kind of stops all decision making inside, and I kind of freeze up a bit more, and I'm a bit like, is this good? I don't know, I guess it'll be fine for the stream and then I can fix it later, but there needs to be points where you need to be able to just decide and stick with it, and I think I tend to freeze up a bit when that happens. Sometimes, not all the time, but I just feel a lot more pressure to stick to my decisions on stream because people are watching me. Okay, we've done the yellow bit, which is fairly quick. There isn't too much purple, so we can knock that out really quick. yeah, I think it's just these two little creases on his jeans. Can't see the back pockets because they're over here and this backpack is in the way. Good, good, good. Okay, now we're moving on to the shoes. Which, for the shoes, I normally like to also cheat this and use the white outline just because I think it looks, I don't know, it's just, it always kind of suits it compared to using a red. I think a red could work, but it really does highlight the yellow there. The white, sorry, so we'll sort this out now, and then I might go back and fix that coloring there because there's a bit too much red going on near that white, underneath the white, sorry. Got a little bit of white on the black bit there, that shouldn't be like that. We'll get it in a sec. Actually, get it now, because I'll probably forget, knowing me. Okay. That is donezo. Back to the other shoe. If I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating, because with this one I have to be a bit more careful with how I'm coloring. Oops, I totally just realized I should not have done that. My bad. I went a bit too far there. Yeah, okay. I remember when I was streaming, when I first kind of started streaming about this time last year, before I really got to grips with it, I remember I would just leave the sound so there would be no music whatsoever in the background. It would just be quite awkward whenever I was quiet, and I felt more pressure to keep talking. But what's good about having the music is that I don't feel quite as pressured to keep talking over and over again. So it kind of fills the dead air. Right now we're just going back through and coloring the white. Too much white there. Me and Sophia heading off. Sophia started to fall asleep. Haha, good luck with the stream, buddy. Thanks, Andrew, and thank you, Sophia, for joining me this long. I realized that, you know, this is a bit later than I would normally stream, but hey, wanted to do it, wanted to get it done. So yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking by, especially Sophia, for sticking by for a while. And yeah, I hope you guys are good and have a good night's sleep. To be fair, when I go off, I'm immediately just going to eat, and then I'll see how tired I am after that, because I might be took it out from the streaming. I usually am. I usually get really tired after streaming for a while. But even back then, I used to stream for like 2 or 3 hours most of the time, whereas now it's usually 1 or 2 hours. Okay, right, so we've done all the main bits of Abel's design. I will hit save. And I don't think there's anything else I'm forgetting. No. So we're going to start on doing the backpack, pretty much. So let's get started on doing that. I saved this for last purely because I already knew what colours I wanted to do with Abel because of the previous drawing. So I figured I might as well actually tell you what. Start with the dark colours. So it kind of blends in a little bit more. It's not quite as obvious. It's sticking out. silver cheap right there, and we'll go down here. Don't think we're gonna do. Actually, no. We need to do a little bit with the zip. We're gonna have to do that. We'll also do this bit as well. There we go. Okay, and we'll do this bit here too. This part of the backpack, the straps, which you'll notice one is thicker. It's thicker up here than it is down there, but that's also because I realize that backpacks usually work that way, and that the strap is not the same shape all the way around. It gets thinner at the bottom. So, yeah, a bit inconsistent, but it's not a huge deal. Not many people are going to notice. Get to this one. Because it's all a part of the same shape, it's all a part of the same package, the same object even, we'll do this part as well. I feel like I'm doing a weird tutorial. It's really funny how, like, when Andrew's name comes up in the chat on Twitch, it comes up as bright green compared to the other colors, which are like, mine is orange or like a yellow. Sophia's was blue and Beth's was pink, but Andrew's was the brightest fucking green. So it really stuck out when his message came through. It really helped me notice. Oh, hey, that's inconsistent, so we'll fix that too. I just realized that the zip itself across here is blue, and we need to make sure that's also blue here. So, although again, I'm not sure why in the stream recording, not sure why all the chat is pink or red. It's weird. Let's see if I can get that fixed next time, maybe. Just that. No, that's too. Go. I'm using the same brush as I did, so it doesn't look too abnormal. Good, good, good. And we will quickly do the zip. Nobody's really going to notice this, but if it's inconsistent, I'll be shooting myself later on. Okay, and we'll smooth out this zip handle. I don't know what you would call that, but yeah, so that is the line art pretty much done. It doesn't look too busy compared to what it was, I think. Let's quickly switch back. Like, I mean, it doesn't look busy, but I think the colored lines definitely help break it up. Okay, cool. Now we have done that. We might as well, actually, you know what? I'm going to quickly try an experiment here. It's not a huge experiment, but I'm going to see what this looks like without the black lines. Just see if that works. Because if it works, it could also help break up the black here. So... I don't know, I think that helps not... I mean, it wasn't too complicated anyway, but definitely helps. Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it for now. If I want to change it, we can go back. But yeah, that looks fine. Hit save, and now we're going to edit the shading. So if you'll remember, the shading across the board was black, down here and up there. So we're going to go back and get our color picker tool thingy-majig, and we will choose, see, because it contrasts quite badly there, so we'll choose this piece of his hair, I guess. Oh, pardon me. And shit. Whoops. Oops. Everything's going wrong. And there we go. So that blends in a little bit more, a little bit easier on the eyes. And then we'll go back down here. And we will do the skin piece. Oh, that's probably a bit too much. Oh, that's just the... Oh, okay. That's just the skin. I need to go back and change that. So, yeah. Okay, that works. And is there any other shading across the body? I think there is. So we will go back here. That bit there. That bit there. There's any other skin sort of shading, so hit save. What time are we on? 1:46. Okay, we're making good time. Let's double check what shading we have left to do. So we have this little smidge here, which is the sleeve. Which I think I did black. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is black, I think. Is it? Which able is this? This one. Okay, now we've got that. Yeah, that's black. Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Just wanted to go back and check that. Okay, cool. So because that's already black, I don't think we need to do anything. Yeah. Okay. And now I believe we need to do the pants and the shoes. Color. Oh, and the backpack too. Purple, purple, purple. Down here. Nearest bum. Nearest purple bum. Okay. Go. Ooh, that red is sticking out in all the wrong reasons. So let's go back and grab that red. And if we go back to the base color, we will remove that a bit so it looks a bit tidier. Maybe add a little bit of shading here too. Oh, shit. Oh god, whoops, that's way too big. Yeah, that'll do it. That's okay. Right. And finally, I think the last part was just the backpack. So go back, grab that. And we will go over that there. And what was the other bit? Oh, I think that was it actually. I think it was just that one bit. I didn't do too much shading here purely because I didn't want to complicate the drawing. So it's got quite a basic kind of colour scheme there. Okay, cool. I could fiddle about with the shading, but I don't really think it's worth doing, to be honest. I think that's pretty good, as in colour-wise. Like, it looks fairly standard, it fits in line with and you start remembering to zoom out more, to zoom out there, and yeah, fits more in line with these ones. It's just a little bit different in terms of it being from the back rather than from from the back rather than from the front, or from the side, I guess, in this one's case. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I actually managed to finish a drawing mostly on time on stream. I mean, I already had the line art done, but hey, it helps. So, with that in mind, I don't know if I'll upload this on its own. That is the only thing, because as much as it's a fine enough drawing, I just think it's a bit too basic on its own. So I might do a couple more of these at some point, of Abel from maybe different angles with different objects, just to play around with it a little bit. But yeah, let's have a look back at what we've done then so far. So, put this back up to full, just so it's easier for people to see it. Let's drop that. There we go. And sweet, okay. So yeah, I started off with this sketch, which, like I said earlier, I thought the head was a bit too big. I don't usually draw from the back very often, so it was quite a fun challenge. Because especially with Abel's hair, it doesn't make sense, but because it's a 2D cartoon, it doesn't really matter. You can get away with those kinds of shortcuts. Then we added a base color. Well, I added line art, but I added a base color, so it looked a bit like this. So it was purple originally because there was no real purple color scheme on there. Well, at least a purple that was that specific shade anyway. And then chose the official color, which looks quite nice. So this is the line art. That's just black. Shading, we added some shading. And of course, we added the colored outlines, which don't make too much of a difference here, I think, when it's got such a white background, but I think when the background's a lot more mellowed out and not quite as striking, it makes a big difference, and I think that looks quite good. We could play around and add more, shading. No, not shading. Well, yeah, we could add more shading, or we could add more colored line art, but I just think at this point that looks pretty decent as it is. It's not too complex, it looks okay. So yeah, I think that will be it. I did originally want the stream to reach at least 2 hours, but truthfully, I think when this is as far as you can go, that's all you can really do. Here's a version with the black outline instead, with the shading. I think that still looks good, but I really do think that it softens the art a bit and adds more complexity to it, I guess. All the parts that are really important are black, like the outline, and then the inside parts are a colored outline, so it makes it look a lot more chill, I suppose. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, cool. I think what I might do is I might do another stream probably next week where I do another one of these where maybe it's me coloring another picture, or maybe I'll do the line art on the stream and then color it, who knows. But I think that's pretty good for one single evening, especially because originally I wasn't too happy with the line art, but now looking at it complete, I'm fairly happy with this. This is just a fairly simple drawing from the back, and it shows what he would look like with his backpack on. So yeah, there you go, that's what his backpack looks like compared to this front shot, which is of him in his civilian clothing. I should probably do more drawings of him with his civilian clothes on as well. That would probably be a good idea. But yeah, I think I'll call it a day there. I'm very happy that we got to see I'm gonna move my mouse. I'm very happy that we got to see the new alert for when I get a new follower. I'm going to double down next week and try and do more of that. So, maybe if there's something else that isn't follows, or maybe actually what I want to do is go back and edit the following followers notifications so that it's not just, the Cupid version of me. It's like something else. It could be Abel's face, or maybe it's my face, or maybe it's some sort of unique animation. I don't really know. But hey, I appreciate everyone for sticking around, everyone for joining. You know, thanks to Beth, thanks to Sophia, Andrew, Molly, and I think that was it for the people that jumped in. Yeah, pretty much, I'm pretty sure. I've just had a look back at the chat. Yeah. So, yeah, those are the main guys. But yeah, if you're watching later on, thank you for watching or listening. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. It's been great. I'm hoping we can do more of these over the next few weeks, as I want to make Twitch more of a priority. So if I take a break, then it won't be too long. So yeah, won't be as long as the time between Christmas and March, which is when I start doing streaming again. Anyway, boring, whatever. Goodbye, fellas. Goodbye, Beth. Goodbye, the other person who I don't know. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay.